Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to Go English. I'm Mizu.
And I'm Lucas. And okay, Mizu, I need to say this right away. Today's topic might be the one that changes everything for someone watching.
It really might, because we get this question a lot. Learners say, I know so many words. I study vocabulary every day. But when I talk, I still don't sound fluent. And I think, I understand that feeling so well.
And the truth is, fluency is not about how many words you know. It really isn't. Fluency is about something else, something most learners never focus on. And today, we're going to talk about exactly that.
And if you're new here, welcome. Hit subscribe right now. We make real English lessons every single week, the kind that actually helps you speak, not just study.
Okay, let's get into it. The secret to sounding fluent, and it is not vocabulary.
So, let's start with something honest. Vocabulary is important. Of course it is. You need words to speak. But there's a trap, and a lot of learners fall into it.
What's the trap?
The trap is thinking more vocabulary equals more fluency. So you study lists, flashcards, apps, more and more words. And then you try to speak, and it still feels slow, stuck, unnatural.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. It's like the words are all there, somewhere in your head, but when you open your mouth, the connection breaks. You're searching, pausing, and it doesn't feel fluent at all.
Exactly, Lucas. And here's why. Vocabulary gives you the ingredients, but fluency is about how fast and how naturally you can put those ingredients together. And that's a completely different skill.
Oh, I love that. It's like cooking, right? You can have every ingredient in your kitchen, fresh vegetables, spices, everything. But if you've never cooked before, you still don't know how to make the meal. The ingredients alone don't make you a chef.
That is perfect. The ingredients alone don't make you a chef. Yes. So, what does make you fluent? What is the real skill?
3 things, and we're going to go through all 3 today. The first one is rhythm. The second is chunks, and the third is confidence in the pause. Let's start with rhythm.
Okay, rhythm. This is the one most people never even think about, and I think it's the biggest secret of all.
Tell me more. What do you mean by rhythm in English?
So, every language has a music to it, a beat. English has a very specific rhythm. Some words are strong, some words are quiet, and native speakers do this naturally, without thinking. They stress certain words and they rush through others. That pattern, that's the rhythm.
Ooh. So give me an example. The same sentence, wrong rhythm versus right rhythm.
Okay, so a learner might say, I want to go to the store. Every word the same size, same weight, same speed. It sounds robotic, like a machine reading words.
And a native speaker says, I want to go to the store. They push the stress onto store, the important word, and everything else kind of melts together. Wanna, to the, fast and light.
Yes, and our ears, we're trained from birth to listen for those stressed words. That's where the meaning lives. So when you stress the right words, you sound fluent, even if your grammar isn't perfect, even if you don't know every word.
And that is such a surprise for a lot of learners. They think, oh, if I just get the grammar right, I'll sound natural. But actually, rhythm matters more than grammar for sounding fluent.
Right. So here's a simple rule for rhythm. In English, there are 2 kinds of words. Content words, the words that carry meaning, things like nouns, verbs, adjectives. And then there are grammar words, the little connecting words like the, to, and, in. And in normal speech, content words are strong. Grammar words are light and fast.
So everyone listening, let's try this right now. Take this sentence. She told me about the problem. Say it with me.
Stress the important words. She told me about the problem. Again, she told me about the problem. Feel the difference?
If you felt that, if your mouth started to move with the beat, that is your English rhythm waking up. And the more you practice that, the more natural you sound. Rhythm. Rhythm. That's the first secret.
Okay, we're halfway through. And listener, if you need to pause and replay that rhythm section, please do. Go back, listen again. Let your mouth try it. We'll be right here when you come back.
Seriously, there's no rush here. This is Go English. We learn together at your pace. Okay, secret number 2. Let's go.
Okay, so secret number 2 is chunks. And honestly, Mizu, I think this might be the most practical thing we teach today.
Oh, really? The most practical? Okay, tell everyone, what exactly is a chunk?
Yeah, so a chunk is a group of words that native speakers always say together, like one unit, one piece. They don't build sentences word by word, they just pull out whole chunks and connect them, kind of like pre-made building blocks.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, like, to be honest with you, nobody sits there and builds that from scratch every time, right? They just pull it out, to be honest with you. Or, I was just about to say that. Or, it depends on the situation. These are chunks, ready to use.
Yes, exactly. And this is why native speakers sound fast. It's not because they're thinking faster. It's because they're not thinking word by word. They're thinking chunk by chunk. And chunks come out smoothly, quickly, without gaps.
Right. And most learners, they do the opposite. They translate in their head, word by word, language A to language B. And by the time they finish translating, the conversation has already moved on, and they feel left behind. That's not a vocabulary problem, it's a chunks problem.
Yeah, exactly. So the fix is actually simple. Stop learning isolated words.
Start learning words in groups, in phrases, in chunks. Like when you learn the word agree, don't just learn agree. Learn I couldn't agree more. Learn we'll have to agree to disagree. Learn I totally agree with you on that.
Yes. And here's something really practical you can do. When you hear a phrase that sounds natural, write down the whole phrase. Not just the new word inside it, the whole thing. Because the phrase is the unit. And later, you can just pull that whole phrase out, ready to go. That's how chunks build fluency.
Okay, yes, let's try this. Let's practice 3 chunks right now. Everyone, say these with us out loud. Chunk 1. That makes a lot of sense. Say it. That makes a lot of sense. Feel it as one piece.
Yeah, don't break it. Just say it smoothly.
Good. Chunk 2. I'm not sure about that. One piece. I'm not sure about that.
Nice. Keep it flowing.
And chunk 3. Now that you mention it. Now that you mention it.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, beautiful. 3 chunks, ready to use.
And you know what's beautiful here? You already know these chunks. You just heard them. You didn't study grammar. You didn't think about verbs or tenses. You just felt the phrase as one whole thing. And that is exactly how fluent speakers work. Chunks, chunks. Secret number 2. Okay, yeah, secret number 3. And this one is emotional. Lucas, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, okay. So secret 3 is confidence in the pause. And I want to say something real first. A lot of learners are afraid of silence. Like when they're speaking and they need a second to think, they feel panic. Oh no, I'm too slow. They're going to think my English is bad. And that panic, that's what actually breaks fluency.
Oh, wow. Yes, I felt this so much. I remember when I was learning, I would fill every silence with just because I was terrified of the gap. And the it actually made things worse. It made me sound more uncertain, not less.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the reframe. Pausing is not a sign of weakness. Pausing is a sign of thinking. And thinking before you speak, that's not slow. That's actually intelligent. Native speakers pause too. Good speakers pause. It's what you do in the pause that matters.
Right. So, what do you actually do in the pause? Two things. First, breathe. Just breathe. A calm pause sounds confident. A panic pause sounds uncertain. Same length of silence, completely different feeling. And second, use a filler phrase. Something natural, something that buys you a second.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let me think about that for a second. Or, that's a good question, actually. Or, how do I put this? These aren't weak. These are what real speakers say all the time. Even presidents, even speakers on stage, everyone uses them.
Yeah, and honestly, the bigger thing here is mindset. Stop trying to be perfect. Fluency is not perfection. Fluency is flow. It's the feeling of moving forward even when you're not sure of every word. A small mistake with confidence sounds much more fluent than a correct sentence said with fear.
Yeah. Wow, say that again, Mizu. I think someone needed to hear that.
A small mistake said with confidence sounds more fluent than a correct sentence said with fear. Confidence is part of the sound. Confidence. Confidence. That's secret number 3.
Okay, let's put all 3 secrets together. Mizu, give me a situation and I'll use rhythm, chunks, and a confident pause.
Okay, someone asks you, what do you think is the most important thing in life?
That's a good question, actually. Let me think about that for a second. I think, for me, it's the people around you. Because without connection, everything else feels kind of empty.
Did everyone catch that? He used a filler. That's a good question, actually. He paused, calm, not panicked. He used chunks, let me think about that, from me, without connection. And he stressed the important words, me, connection, empty. That's all 3 secrets in one answer.
And now, your turn. Use that same question. What do you think is the most important thing in life? Answer it out loud, right now, wherever you are. Use a filler. Take a calm pause. Speak in chunks. Don't worry about being perfect. Just flow.
And our question of the day is, which of the 3 secrets surprised you most? Was it rhythm, chunks, or confidence in the pause? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one. Every one.
Go English challenge for this week. Pick one chunk you heard today, just one, and use it in a real conversation, not in practice, in real life, at work, with a friend, in a text message. One chunk, real life. That's the whole challenge.
If this episode helped you, please like it right now. One tap. It genuinely helps us reach more learners. And share it. Send it to one friend who's learning English. Just one. It takes 3 seconds and it means everything to them.
Subscribe to Go English. New episode every week. Real conversations, real English. And the next video is right there waiting for you. Click it. Keep going. Don't stop now.
Bye, everyone. And remember, fluency is not about knowing more words. It's about rhythm, chunks, and the courage to pause. You have all 3 now. Go use them.
Take care. See you next time. And I'm proud of every single one of you.